Hello everyone, my name is Hans Kouwer, Industry Consulting, Hexagon, PPM, EMIA. Many thanks for attending this presentation in which I will explain the Hexagon view on digital twins and how they are the key to digital transformation initiatives and provide support for projects and for operations. We have identified that one of the main challenges related to inefficiencies and safety in organizations are related to not having easy access to trustworthy engineering information at the moment and at the location this information is most needed. Information is, as you see, often still scattered all over the place. Isolated sources of data, which makes it very hard to find the information you need. And because of these isolated sources, it's not only difficult to find, but also much more difficult to validate if the information found is correct. So we often hear that people spend more than 20% of their time on finding and validating information. And some of them mentioned even to spend more than 50% of their time on finding and validating information. So if we then take a closer look at what information actually is, we can say that information is data in the right context. And we have already a lot of data available to us. And we even create a lot more data. So if we want to get useful information out of this data, it is very important to capture, digitize, structure, and link this data so it can help you to provide the right context to support decision making and support your day-to-day activities. You should let this data work for you. And to make this data work for you, a digital twin solution is needed in which all this data is captured, structured, and of course also managed. Yeah? An authoritative single source of truth providing easy access to trustworthy information in context. A digital twin provides a digital representation of your physical assets, which should always provide an exact overview of how the physical asset is configured. All the data and documents describing the actual state of the physical asset, but not only the actual state, also the historical situation, as well as the support for modifications and projects describing the future state of your assets. So when you have all this information available, you would like to augment it with transactional data, like data coming from maintenance management systems and operation management solutions, to allow you to see all the activities in your facility, as well as include links to real-time information, often through data historians, to see how the asset is behaving. So status, activities, and behavior of your physical asset, all available from the digital twin solution. And this is part of the digital transformation where many organizations talk about. Information in the right context, where the most important first step to start with is to unlock your data, digitize it, make it easily available, and manage it from within your digital twin solution. The digital twin should support the entire asset lifecycle. And this, of course, includes support for both projects and for operations. And during operations, you must make sure to always be able to have access to the right information, supporting operations efficiency, safety, and the ability to demonstrate compliance. For projects, you have to validate and review the received information to make sure it meets your quality requirements and to provide efficient communication and collaboration capabilities to avoid surprises during the project, which can then impact the project performance, the budget, and the schedule. So the information created during the project should then be made easily, seamlessly available to operations. And this is supported when using a single digital twin solution for operations and for projects. During projects, the digital twin supports a digital thread. A digital thread, which is a continuous flow of information through the different phases, ensuring effective information aggregation during the project and operational phases of your asset. And this is not a finite process. Information is changing every day. Therefore, this digital thread should be a continuous process, also feeding new projects with the correct information. And the digital thread, as I said, is connecting the different phases. So many different benefits can be realized across the asset lifecycle. And here are just a few examples based on research and feedback we received. And yeah, as you see, the many different processes will benefit from implementing a digital twin solution. In the operational phase, we see examples like reduced maintenance costs, improved regulatory compliance, and more production capacity. In the projects phase, we see examples like lower capital expenditures, improved design and review efficiency, and of course huge improvements that can be realized because of reduced handover efforts to operation. These are impressive numbers, which obviously can differ from organization to organization, but it's clear that organizations can greatly benefit from implementing a digital twin solution. And to realize these benefits, we believe that the digital twin solution should provide 4 key capabilities. And the first key capability is to be able to capture the data from the different sources and the different file formats. And not just capture, also the ability to validate if this information is correct and if it meets your quality requirements. And this applies to both capturing data from legacy systems, but also for data that is created and received during a project. And then the next key capability is the capability to manage this information. Yeah? Because if you would only capture this data, you only create a snapshot. You create a snapshot, a moment in time, but information is changing all the time. The digital twin should also be able to manage the data, manage the tags, manage the documents, as well as plan changes. And this to make sure that you always have the correct, accurate information available to the users, without having a risk to look at outdated information because information is not managed and up to date. Workflow-driven collaboration and communication supported by the digital twin, that's a very important capability. Information is shared with many different stakeholders, organizations, disciplines, and the communication then directly linked to the data and information in the twin will provide more transparency about the status and the decisions that have been made. And this will also contribute to auditable traceability and compliance. And the information in the digital twin should be made available to other enterprise IT solutions as well, like ERP systems, CMMS systems, APM solutions, and data historians in your organization. And these solutions, they all heavily rely on availability and easy access to up-to-date engineering information. And a digital twin solution should provide this capability of making the information easily available to other solutions as well. So all these key capabilities provided by a single digital twin solution will allow organizations to benefit from all the information derived from valuable data which is available for your assets and projects. To summarize, a digital twin provides a single authoritative source of truth and provides benefits across the entire asset lifecycle. It will reduce risk and inefficiencies, enable people to make better and faster decisions, and provides demonstrable compliance to regulatory authorities. Let the data work for you. And that takes me to the end of this presentation, and I'd like to thank you very much for your attention. I would like to encourage you to visit our virtual booth to learn more about the Hexagon SDX digital twin solution. I hand over to Adam now to see if we have received any questions we can still answer in the time available. Adam, back to you.